Pennsylvania Democrat Senator John Fetterman joins me. Good evening, sir, and your thoughts about what we just listened to at the White House with President Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
I mean, I thought overall it was very strong, but also the optics too is also very strong. Obviously you can see there on your screen, the Prime Minister and the President are there, and clearly the Prime Minister is very enthusiastic about it and fully backs this as well too, with Israel's buy-in. And now, of course, it's very clear now the President will fully back Israel if Hamas decides to reject this. And I can't imagine how Hamas thinks they could get a better deal for what was offered today. So I think overall that was a very substantial and meaningful plan to move forward, and now really effectively puts the ball firmly in Hamas's court.
Well, it certainly seems to me it's a win for Israel, because in the event Hamas doesn't accept this, now it has the full power of the United States behind him, at least what President Trump said. Even though we're very supportive of Israel, this seems to have gone further. So, you know, Israel wins either way, either as peace or it's going to eliminate Hamas. But who is, I mean, all the leaders of Hamas have been eliminated, or most of them. Hania, the Sinwar and his brother. Who does Israel negotiate with, or the United States?
Well, for me, at this point, I've been very clear, and I fully backed Israel. Been supported everything that Israel has done post 10/7 at this point. But you know, forcing Hamas to effectively surrender and now disarm and send all the hostages home. I mean, that's clearly been addressed in the proposal as well. And furthermore, it allows people now. It's not going to have a different kinds of a government, and it's not going to definitely never be Hamas, and it's not going to be the PA. It's going to be a new way forward. Is now that's part of it too. Now, Hamas, they've also something amnesty for that. And I can't imagine Hamas could get a better deal for there. And I thought overall it was pretty comprehensive. And now if Israel fully buys into this, as it seems like it has, then I have to nothing but to support that as well too. And now, of course, it depends on what Hamas, how they respond. But if they don't, it's clearly that they are only interested in just preserving themselves and maintaining a military position there, what's left. And now Israel now has already put itself right down and gone into Gaza City. And that's also part smart as well, too. The second they say no, Israel is right there to finish the job and now root out Hamas, what remains.
Well, it's clear if they say no, Hamas does not care one lick about the Palestinians, nothing. You know, not that anyone ever, at least I never thought that they did. I never thought they've used them as human shields, and they've done everything else. But the amnesty, I think, that you mentioned is important, because that in one of the prior proposals, they wanted amnesty. I mean, these killers, these terrorists want an amnesty. They're going to get it if they just lay down their arms.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, I mean, I don't love the fact that they have to release 250 lifers, and that means they've obviously killed or harmed Israeli civilians too through terrorism and those things. But regardless, though, where they're at, and I do think that was very comprehensive. And now neither the Israelis, of course, our nation never referred to the Palestinians as unnecessary sacrifices. That's Hamas. You know, they don't care how many Palestinians die throughout all this war. That's all part of the plan, the way they designed that. And all of it, and all of this misery could end right now. Effectively, that was laid down at the White House today, that it could end now, right now. And now why this is so much more comprehensive than, you know, just like our allies, you know, like France, you know, like let's recognize Palestine. No, like that's not peace. That's really, was a gift to Hamas. But to today, this is effectively putting the ball right there in Hamas's court. And now, do you really want peace, and do you want a path forward for the Palestinians or not? And now Israel is right there ready in Gaza City to finish out the job.
Do you agree with Prime Minister Netanyahu, looking back in history, that President Trump is the greatest friend in the White House that Israel has had? And I think he even added, not even close. I mean, does President Trump, get big high marks for his support of Israel?
Well, I mean, that's one of those areas that the president and I strongly agree on that, and what he's chosen to do during his presidency, both in his first term, also now here and now. The Abraham Accords, or for moving the capital of Israel, a lot of those things, I've supported those things. But for right now, too, the Iranian nuclear facilities and providing all of the weapons that Israel needs, I fully support that. So no, that's one of the areas that the president and I strongly agree. And now perhaps I might be the only Democrat, but I'm going to follow the truth throughout this Gaza war, and that's always remained firmly on Israel's side. And the Trump administration really has been very firmly on the Israel side.
Well, I suppose in the next 24, 48 hours, we'll see what Hamas has to say about this. Senator John Fetterman from the great state of Pennsylvania. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me back.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.